Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you something really cool that I learned, and you're going to be able to use this trick for amigurumi, and I think it's wonderful for crocheted garments because I think it gives you that crocheted look without the crocheted holes. So what I'm going to do here, and this stitch is worked in any multiple, so it doesn't matter how many stitches you want to make, just according to your pattern. And this can also be worked in the round as well. Okay, so I have an undisclosed amount of chains. On a regular double crochet foundation chain, you would go into the fourth chain from the hook. You would yarn over and go into it, right? Well, for this one, what you're going to do is on the third chain from the hook, you're not going to yarn over. You're going to go into the third chain. You're going to bring up a loop. You're going to go into the fourth chain, bring up a loop, and then you're going to yarn over, go through the first two loops, yarn over the last two loops. And depending on your pattern, that may be your first or second double crochet. And I say that because it depends on this chain right here counting. If the chain counts, then this top loop or this V right here belongs to this double crochet. And then the following, this next chain right here, that would be the top of your chain. So just in case, depending on your pattern. So what we're going to do is a linked double crochet, and you're going to go into this loop right here. I don't know if you can sort of see it. So this is how your double crochets are going to look, and you're going to go into this loop right here. You're going to pull up some yarn. You're going to go into your next chain, pull up some yarn, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. And you see this loop right here? That's where you're going to be inserting your hook. Yarn over, next chain, yarn over and pull up some loops. Well, one loop. Yarn over and pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. For the second round, we're going to flip our work. We're going to chain three. And on this very first chain, or if you see here the bump, just on the very first chain, that's where we're going to put our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. And we're going to go on to the second stitch. This one right here. Right here. Yarn over, pull up a loop. So now we have three loops. We're going to yarn over, pull through the first two, yarn over, pull through the first two. So now you have your chain and your first double crochet. And now we're going to work in the same way we worked row number one. The beauty of this is that you don't need any multiples. It just like a double crochet, you don't need any multiples to make this stitch work. And if you can see here, well, you can't really see it here, but there are not that very many gaps. And actually, let me show you what I've been working on, and a huge difference right here. So this is a linked double crochet. You see here, it's stretching up and down, but not so much to the side. It does have some give, but it's not as stretchy as, say, maybe this one. This is a regular double crochet, and you can see the gaps. This is a linked double crochet, and you can see no gaps. So that's the beauty of it. Now, I did try it out for amigurumi, and I have to say I like it. However, there is a small thing you need to consider. So working in the bumps gives you this line. If you don't mind having this line in your amigurumi project, go for it. It looks very pretty. I think it works. This is a flower, so it works. This is the back, and as you can see, the stitches are very tight. They're no more stretchier than, say, a single crochet. Yeah. So I'm not done with this, and I know, look at this yarn. Hobby Lobby, what are you doing? You're killing me here. Like, I love your yarn, but this one sucks. All right, so this is another part. This yarn is stiffer because this is an Amazon yarn, and it's a different kind of yarn from this one. So as you can see, depending on the kind of yarn, it will give you a much stiffer fabric than this one. One thing that I did notice is depending on the kind of yarn that you're working on, and I might be more inclined to say velvet yarn that is less structured and maybe more flimsy, kind of like velvet yarn and very soft plushy yarn. That yarn might give you some trouble when it comes to connecting in the rounds. So you might want to consider connecting your last double crochet to the first double crochet in the round, just to kind of give you a much better closure and not have that many gaps. I don't see any gaps in here. This is my stitch. I don't see any gaps in here. This is my stitch marker right here. It's probably this yellow yarn that is more on the flimsy side than this red yarn that is actually thicker and just a little bit more rigid. So that's one thing to consider with this stitch, and a problem that you might encounter and how to fix it. But overall, this stitch I think is wonderful. Just look at it for garments. I think it's going to work up quite nicely, and it doesn't have any more bulk. And it doesn't add any bulk. It's not like it's extra fabric. On the contrary, I think it looks even nicer than these. Well, these last three rows are double crochets, and you can see how just this one looks more polished. I don't know. I kind of like this one for wearables. So definitely give it a try if you're in the market for a new stitch, and if you are crocheting amigurumis or summer clothes that you just want to give something else a try. Definitely worth a try. So I hope you learned something, and I hope it was helpful. And oh, just a quick reminder, this stitch does not use any more yarn than a regular double crochet, so that's another plus. All right guys, so thank you so much for being here. Bye.